Hey everybody, this is Brian Seese from The Redlines, here with another episode of Backseat Guitar in the Car. Again, in the dark, I apologize, but there's a reason for it, and I'll get to that shortly. Today we got a really cool episode. We have a youngster by the name of Isaac Cole.
How you doing?
If you guys, for those of you who have been watching for about a year or so now, you'll know that Isaac is the youngest guest to date. Now, I have had a guest and his daughter in the car who was, I don't, she might have been 17, maybe a little younger, but they were, that was like the co-guest.
The co-guest.
Yes,
okay.
So this would be my youngest guest. So we're going to play a song of yours today. What's the name of it?
Camden Bridge. I actually wrote this song about my hometown and the way I live around there. And pretty much, you know, I'm your typical, you know, country boy. Whenever I'm not out on the road doing music or, you know, doing anything like musically related, usually I'm just your average country boy. I run around with my buddies, jump off of big rocks in the river, you know, do, you know, just about every crazy thing a 17-year-old guy can do, you know, just have a good time. And that's what I wrote this song about, because I love doing that stuff, you know, having fun. So Camden Bridge is pretty much about my life back at home.
Cool. All right, let's do it.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Just downriver past the old feed mill, where the road turns back down, grassy flat hill stands an old train bridge. We go on Friday nights. Off in the distance you can hear the sound of a football game, the first touchdown in a hometown team, bringing on a small town high. We'll learn how to fight, learn how to kiss, learn how to catch and gut a fish. I learned how to dance and learn how to chill, how to take the corner on 2 wheels. How to chase down a whitetail over the ridge. So many sweet memories made on Camden Bridge. We double-dared Danny to dive off the edge. Thought he'd chicken out when he got to the ledge. Man, it sure was funny till we figured out he couldn't swim. Ha! I rode in my Chevy, just my luck, I ended up in the levee. Johnny pulled me out, screaming, come on, do it again. Yeah, I did. It's where I learned how to fight, learned how to kiss, learned how to catch and gut a fish. I learned how to dance and learned how to chill, how to take a corner on 2 wheels. I learned how to chase down a whitetail over the ridge. So many sweet memories made on Camden Bridge. Whoa, yeah. Oh, yeah. Learned how to fight, learned how to kiss, learned how to catch and gut a fish. I learned how to dance and learned how to chill, how to take a corner on 2 wheels. I learned how to chase down a whitetail over the ridge. So many sweet memories made on Camden Bridge. Camden Bridge.
It's hard to do that ending on here.
Yes.
Great job, man. Good song,
Thanks,
too.
Thank you.
So, I have a CD here somewhere. I want to. Oh, there we go. Under all this stuff. So you have a CD called "I Am Your Huckleberry" or "I'm Your Huckleberry."
Yeah.
Can't see it too well, but how old is this? When did you do this?
Oh, I did that whenever I was 15.
That's awesome. I love that. Is this the only one you have?
No, actually, I
didn't think so.
recorded one called Country Boy. Wait, was it? Yeah.
That's when you were 11.
Yeah, that was whenever I was really little.
11?
I was like 11 years old
Wow.
whenever I did that one, and I sounded like my voice was like really high pitched in that. Like I sounded like a girl almost. And then I did one whenever I was like 13, and that one was called Just a Kid. And then I did that one. It's called I'm Your Huckleberry. I did that, around 15, 16, and
Yeah, it was right before you turned 16.
yeah, that was right before I turned 16.
That's pretty cool, man. So you had something like a once in a lifetime thing happen to you about a year and a half ago.
Almost 2, yeah.
All right, you want to give us a short little story of that, so these people who may not know can hear the
Yeah.
story.
Well, we're just gonna say around 2 years ago, I was on American Idol, and it was really cool how it happened. Like, I ended up getting on the show. Long story short, and I'm in there auditioning, and it was the coolest thing ever. Like, I was all pumped and ready. It was probably about the first time I've ever been nervous about anything. And like usually,
Why were you nervous? No,
usually whenever I'm like about to perform or something, I'm always really pumped up and excited, and I never usually get nervous like at all, ever. And then that was as I'm standing there in this box, like they put you into this box with this green light, and whenever the light's red, it means you can't go. But once the light turns green, it means you're supposed to open up the doors and go in. Oh, hey, there's a light there. Sweet.
yeah, I got 2 phones today.
You got 2 phones?
Yeah, I
Nice.
borrowed it. Yeah,
Nice. Doesn't look like it wants to stay up. Well,
You need me to
I'll
hold
get it. No, I'll get it. Oh.
well, like I was saying though, you're in this room, and then once the light turns green, like it's just a little tiny box room with like mirrors all around it, and I swear they got this on camera, and they were probably in there just geeking out about it because it was so funny. I'm sitting there, and I had a really long like Justin Bieber sweep haircut, and I'm sitting in there, I'm like starting to get nervous, and like the reality hits me like, holy crap, I'm about to go into a room, and there's gonna be some of the world's biggest celebrities in this room sitting there watching me sing. Like Keith Urban, he is one of my guitar heroes. And then there's, Jennifer Lopez. She's just like an insanely large celebrity and well known for being an amazing singer. And then there's Harry Connick Jr. And I'm like starting to get a little nervous. Like, all right,
Well, the way you describe that room, it's almost like they're trying to make you nervous.
Well, yeah, and then there's like, I think they really are though. And then there's like, I didn't notice this, but in that room, there's that green light up in the corner, and then up in that corner, like I'm looking at the light and in the mirror, trying to fix my hair, and there's this little GoPro camera sitting up there in the corner. I'm like, they just got all this on camera. I'm sitting there whipping my head around trying to fix my hair.
Doing like guitar sweeps and
No, I'm just none of that. But I'm just sitting there like whipping my head around trying to fix my hair, trying to get it good because I know I'm about to be on camera. And then all of a sudden I look up in the corner and I'm like, there's a camera. Gee whiz, darn it, there's a camera there. And then I go in the room.
Didn't you wave at the camera?
I did. I waved at the camera. I was like, hi.
Yeah.
How you doing? And I went in the room, and then there's Keith Urban standing there, acting like a goon, being silly. And then Harry Connick's, he's sitting there messing around, like being a goon with Harry Connick Jr. And then Jennifer Lopez is sitting there laughing at the two of them. And I realized, hey, this is a really laid-back, chill room, And I sort of talked to them for a second about, who I am, where I'm from, And then I started singing, and I actually got to do 2 songs. I only shared one, but I actually got to do 2 songs, and the second...
What songs did you do?
I did Love Like Crazy, which is the song that they put on air, and then I did a song called Raymond, and it's a really good song. It's like a, you know, a military type song, and both of those songs are like...
It's a ballad.
You know.
About a guy that works in an old folks' home.
Well, yeah, but then it...
We have an invisible guest with us today, by the way.
Sorry.
That's my mother.
That's all right.
That's my
I'm
mother.
just...
It's my mother. But, as, like I was saying, though, it's, in the end of that song, it ties in with Arlington. That's what I was saying.
Oh.
That's, you know. But, anyways, regards from that, I sang both of those songs, and both of the songs ended up making Jennifer Lopez cry, which was, you know, it sounds mean to say it was kind of cool, but, I mean, it was.
Yeah.
And
It's a good
they were good cries.
yes, it was a good cry. And Keith Urban, like, he was pretty into the guitar playing and everything, which was cool. But I ended up talking to them for a little bit more after I sang, and then Keith Urban signed my guitar case, and he even carried it out of the room and walked out with me.
He was your guitar
cool.
roadie. I watched your audition video yesterday, and after you were done, when you asked him to sign it, like just the way he dealt with you was really cool, and it just made me smile for the rest of that. The rest of that video, that was cool.
He didn't want me to wash the shirt.
The awesome thing is they actually came to my house. They came to my home and did like a whole, you know,
montage
video
thing.
interview, and showed me, you know, jumping my 4-wheeler and, you know,
doing all those
cool
things that you were talking about at the beginning of before you played Camden Bridge.
And it was really cool. It actually took like 4 hours of filming.
Yeah, to condense
like
it to
5
30
minutes,
seconds.
like no,
it was a little longer,
not even 5 minutes of, you know, recording thing. So it was not even 5 minutes of a video. So it was insane.
How far did you get in there?
I made it through into the top 51, and that was the cut right before it went to the live rounds.
Oh. All right.
And it was pretty funny. I actually used this joke a lot. I sang "Crash and Burn" as my last song on that. you know that song. It's "Crash and Burn." Thomas Rhett. Yeah, Thomas Rhett, "Crash and Burn." You ever heard that song?
Don't believe I have.
Well, it's actually about, like, you know, I let another lover crash and burn is one of the lines in there. And I always use the joke, well, I sang "Crash and Burn" right before I got voted off. And yes, I still sing the song.
Now, here's a question. Are you allowed to go back on American Idol again, or can you only be on there once?
If you make it into the top 24, then you can't come back.
Okay, so you can go back again.
I could go back if I wanted to.
All right, cool. So what do you do now in terms of shows? I know you've played by yourself and you've played with backing bands before. Like, how often do you do that? And I know you travel. Your mother takes you around, which is awesome. And tell us a little bit about what Isaac does, and because I mean you have a tremendous budding career, which is pretty cool. So what do you do for that?
Well, for that I travel around. My parents take me everywhere. It's quite a blessing, really. They take me all around the country and perform, and mainly around. Recently, we've been doing more concerts just around in our own area. You know, not that far away. Usually max we've done lately is around 3 hours away is the max that we've gone usually. But we find that whenever we're closer, it's just easier to build up your own fan base around your own hometown and around in your own state. So that when you build up your fan base around this area and you are selling product and selling albums, that you can bring that to Nashville and say, look, I'm already making this much and selling product. And then they say, well, okay, well, if you're already doing this yourself and you got, 10,000 likes on Facebook and 10,000 followers on Instagram and stuff, Well,
We don't have
we'll
that
yet,
yet, by the way. Help us
So
out.
keep it coming.
Help us
Help
out,
us
though.
We're almost
you know,
at 5.
Then they'll say, hey, we can put this much money into you and get this much out, and then you can, that's whenever you can start doing record deals and stuff. But like I was saying with the social media, that's one of the main things that people can do to help me out in my music career. It's not money, it's not anything like that. It's simply get on your phone and click a button. It's so simple, but yet it's so difficult. Nowadays, it's, the music business is very tough to get into. But for us, the fans can make us or break us. So all I need really from the fans and people out there is just to simply find my Facebook and just click like, or my Instagram or Twitter. Now, if you guys want to find me, you guys can find me at Isaac Cole Music anywhere. My website, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Help this kid out, man.
Everything is Isaac Cole Music, and it's ISAAC. A lot of people spell my name wrong.
I could see that. So, as you were talking, it occurred to me to mention to the Backseat Guitar people what we were doing here tonight, because we're doing Backseat Guitar in the Car, obviously, but right before we started rolling with Backseat Guitar in the Car, we did Isaac's show, which is Wayback Wednesday, which you do at 8:30 every Wednesday night live from your Facebook page.
Yes.
And that's what, we have another camera going here, and you're watching this after I posted it, but Isaac's fans from his page have already seen this. They actually saw it live. They're watching it right now. Hi guys, how are you? All right. So I just wanted to point that out. He's got a show, so go to the Isaac Cole page. Tell him a little bit about your Wayback Wednesday show that we just did.
Well, Wayback Wednesday is pretty much every week I pull out of a bowl the genres. Yes, there they are right there.
We have 2 bowls of shells with paper in them.
Yes, and the paper in them, it says either country, pop, or rock. And that's the genres that I choose from. And then there's, decades. I think from the 50s to the 90s. And whenever I, pull those out of the hat, I have to learn a new song every week for Wayback Wednesday. And then on the last Wednesday of the month, the fans, you guys pick live on, on the show, you guys pick live what you want me to do, and I will learn it right in front of you for the first time.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's the last Wednesday of the month.
Now, how do you go about doing that? You just pick, you see some things pop up, some suggestions of actual song names, not like 50s country.
Like actual song names, yes.
Song. And
now, what I do is, the week before that, I'll pick, just say as an example, randomly pick 80s country or something.
But we did 70s rock today.
Yeah. Say, I pick out of the hat, 70s country or so, and then the next week, for the last week of the last Wednesday of the month, they have to look up a bunch of 70s country songs and pick which one they want me to sing.
Okay.
And then I'll get a bunch of suggestions going down the screen, and I usually pick, whichever one I see the most of.
Okay, so you wanted to see the most of. What if it's something that, I've never heard this song before? How do you just kind of make it up with the chords that you see in front of you on whatever your device you're looking it up at?
No, I'm.
Are your fans kind to you and they give you something that, okay, he should know this one?
No, it's sometimes it's brutal. But the way that I learn songs is, I've always learned like this, but a lot of people think it's really weird. I listen to the song live, on the live stream,
turn it down.
In headphones, because you can't play it on air. It's a copyright thing.
Okay.
But I play it in headphones and listen to the song right in front of them for the first time, and I just play it by ear right there. I'll listen to it, figure out the chords just by listening to it.
Yeah.
And I'll probably listen to it about twice, and then I'll play it for them.
All right, cool. Cool. Very
And
cool.
It's, you know, sometimes it gets kind of difficult, but it's very, you know, it's kind of a unique thing.
Yeah,
I
for
should
sure.
say.
Yeah, I didn't
work
realize
it
you
out
did
a little
that.
bit.
Yeah, some of the songs, you know, depending on how difficult it is, I
Yeah.
have to sit there and work on it, you know, really try and.
Well, you got some patient fans, man.
Yeah, that episode takes longer.
So,
Yeah, it
so
does.
what
It
you
takes a
should
lot
do,
longer.
go over to the Isaac Cole Music Facebook, Instagram, whatever page you want to go to. Does your Wayback Wednesday, is it only available through the Facebook page though?
Yes.
Okay, so go over to the Isaac Cole Music Facebook page. First thing you do is click like, and then search for the video that we did today. He had 70s rock he picked last time, so we did Tom Petty's Don't Do Me Like That earlier on his show. So if you want to see us doing that song together, you have to go to his page and check out that video after you click the like button. And while I say that, that reminds me to say for the first time ever, because I always forget, don't forget to go to the YouTube channel for Backseat Guitar in the Car and hit the subscribe button.
Right.
I always forget that key part.
I've trained myself to say that in just about every single one of my YouTube videos.
Yeah.
That's another thing I forgot to say. I have a YouTube channel too. It's Isaac Cole Music, just like everything else.
Yeah, yeah. That's where I saw the American Idol audition. So
Yeah, I
you
actually
check that
have
out
an
too.
American
It's
Idol
cool.
audition posted
But
on
hey,
there.
we should probably get going. I'll let you go. You got a little bit of a drive to get home. But Isaac, it was a pleasure having you on the show today. And
Thank you.
It was a pleasure being on your show as well. So bye, Isaac. Facebook fans, and buy Backseat Guitar in the Car. This is Brian Seese with The Redlines and Isaac Cole. So definitely make sure you check this youngster out. Maybe pick up his CD, I'm Your Huckleberry. There we go.
There we go.
All right. Take care, guys.
See you guys.
Just down the river past the old